All right. Thanks, Chris. This is the 7th intro today. Welcome to Meyerville. My favorite time of the week, John.
It is. For me too. I look forward to it.
Really?
Yes.
More than any of your other shows?
I would have to say so.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree. Although I'm gonna tell you something. I've been here 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
You've been here a couple of years longer than that.
Mm-hmm.
The radio show the radio station has never been better.
Well, I agree with you. And we have Mr. DePiero here to thank for that. And we have Meyerville. And I was going to ask you, if somebody out there comes into Meyerville, what are they going to see?
Oh, John, they're going to come over first they're going to come over a beautiful,
Lake?
a valley.
A valley?
Right?
Okay.
And how it works is they come up, in your mind's eye, you're coming up like a hill.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And then you come up over the horizon.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, out in front of you is Meyerville. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Now, in Meyerville is like a combination of the best of the city and the best of the country.
Everybody gets along in Meyerville?
Probably not.
Oh.
That's okay.
It's okay. All
Yeah.
right.
Because I'm about reality.
Okay.
Even more than reality, actuality.
Okay.
Yeah. And Meyerville, John, it's going to have like a subway.
Okay.
But you get out of the subway and you're on a lake. Yeah. It's like the city meets the country. You know what I don't like? I don't like in between. I don't like the suburbs.
Okay. So
I'm not a suburb type guy.
It's all city or it's all country?
I want to be in the middle of everything or in the middle of nowhere.
Okay. I like it. I like Meyerville. It sounds like a place people should want to go to.
You're always welcome.
Right.
And you might get the first key to the city.
Oh boy.
Yeah. How's that sound?
That sounds great.
I haven't given one out yet.
What do the buildings look like in Meyerville? Are they different? Are they unique?
Sure.
Yeah.
No, they're very unique. Like, for instance, it would be a skyscraper, right, with no entrance. How about that for blowing your mind?
That does.
And I would just let things grow in it.
Okay.
It would be like a vertical garden.
No fences.
No
fences.
way.
No.
No borders.
Open borders.
I don't like borders.
I don't like borders either.
I want to be free. I want to be a free man.
Right.
I want to be constrained, John.
People can go where they want, when they want, and
True freedom.
no restrictions.
You know what we need? You maybe just... Actually, I'm going to do this right on the spot. Every great place has an anthem.
You're
right?
right. Yep.
Let's see if we can come up with a Meyerville anthem
Okay.
on the spot.
Whoa. No pressure.
No pressure. Okay. We have to encapsulate everything that's great about Meyerville. And if I sound weird, I'm a little far away from the mic. Am I all right out there, Chris? I sound all right to you?
I'll boost you up a little.
Okay. Checo. Yeah. All right. All right. We need a Meyerville theme. You know what? Maybe we'll take a phone call.
Well, we need a phone call to take a phone call.
Yeah. Let's take a phone call.
Oh.
I know you're listening out there.
All the millions out there. Come on.
WHIT, Radio.org. Those are our call letters. Now, John, you came up with those call letters?
I did.
Really?
I
And
did.
what was the impetus?
High tech. W was
Oh, wow.
see, if you're east of the Mississippi, you use the W call letter. If you're west of the Mississippi, the K.
Whoa.
So we used the W. We wanted to sound like the real deal.
No, say that again now? I didn't realize this.
If you're east of the Mississippi River, your call letters start with the W. If you're west of the Mississippi, they start with the K.
Is that
So if
right?
you notice, all the L.A. stations and San Francisco
Yeah.
station start with the K.
Wow.
KRZT or whatever they call
I
it
did
out.
not know that.
Yes.
What was your favorite station when you were a kid?
Gosh, I would have to say WABC.
Really? WABC.
ABC.
And
I like
who
it.
was the big
Who's my big?
who was the big DJ at the time?
Dan Ingram.
Hey Chris, can we get a little reverb here?
No,
Really?
I don't think so.
We don't have any.
We don't have reverb.
No. I like Dan Ingram. I think he's still
What
on
do you think, it's a radio
CBS
station?
FM.
John, how come we don't have reverb?
We do not, but Mr. Tratner, if you're listening, we need a reverb unit in here.
Let's call
and
Mr. Tratner.
Let's call Mr. Tratner.
Well, if anybody wants to call in out there, our phone number 201-854-8224. There's no way we could fake reverb, huh?
Well,
What gives you reverb, John? How does that work?
a reverb little unit there. It
Really?
would have to be going to the board, and then I would hope that would be a special effects thing. Or a computer that had that.
They had that like in 1960, though.
Yeah. Well, they used that a lot.
Cousin Brucey's easy.
They magnify the voice and
Wow,
you know.
that's some voice right
Yeah.
there.
Rah.
Hey, I'm seeing.
Cousin Brucey.
Yeah,
Cousin
Dan
Brucey.
Ingram. Dan Ingram.
Dan Ingram.
You know what we need, John? We need a little. What do they call that when you have like Chris? What's that called? Like Sports Radio 66. Like Mike Francesa has that
We
little
need jingles.
song.
We need some jingles.
Yeah, we need like a Meyerville jingle.
Jingle. Yes, we do.
Well, maybe that's what we're gonna write today.
Meyerville jingle.
It'll be a jingle/anthem. Hey, I have a bone to pick with one of my peers. I consider him a peer. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, and I'll call him a peer.
Right.
I don't know if you listen to this guy, and if you're listening, call in, Mike, please. Mike Francesa,
Fan radio.
WFAN Radio.
Afternoons.
Yeah. You listen to him, Chris?
Sure, definitely.
The guy's very knowledgeable about sports. There's no doubt about it. Okay? And I'm one of those guys, John, that I'm into music, I'm into art.
Right.
I'm into sports. And a lot of my friends, my intellectual friends, are just haters on the sports. Drives
Why?
me crazy.
I like sports.
You know why? They think it's lowbrow.
It's okay.
They
You
think
gotta
it's
have
more,
a little lowbrow in your life.
Yeah, and I don't think it is. I don't think it is lowbrow.
I don't think so, no.
They think it's barbaric.
No.
It's not barbaric.
No.
Some people get hurt, sure.
He's a very knowledgeable, but he can get very tedious.
Well, you know what his problem is?
He misses Mike Russo. That's what.
Well, that's when the show was good.
Yeah.
He despises his listeners. Mm-hmm. He does.
He doesn't respect them.
He not only does he not respect them, he despises his listeners.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what drives him crazy is that guys like to wear their football jerseys to the game. That he hates that. Why would I wear? Why would I wear somebody else's jersey with him? And another thing, he always sounds like he's just really bored and tired. He's always drinking that Coke Zero. Maybe he needs to drink some water. Oh, there he is. And then he had that show on NBC, Mic'd Up. Then they canned him because he's probably miserable to work with. And then he had that little intro to his song, to his show, Mic'd Up on the fan, right?
Yep.
And then they can him from Mic'd Up on Channel 4. They keep the name of the show, Mic'd Up. They put a different guy on there. His name's not even Mike. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
Mic'd Up still exists
Wow.
with, like, Bruce Beck.
But he did come to the rescue, or he did come to the side of Imus when he had all that problem back there 5 or 6 years ago.
Oh, well.
With that comment. But
Another giant mistake.
Yeah.
Another giant mistake. So, yeah, they changed the name of his show from Mic'd Up to Mic'd On. Mike's On. He doesn't realize how goofy that is. Mike's on.
Yeah.
He's ready to go on the fan. New York Sports Radio. Mike's on.
The guy with no energy. Is that
Yeah,
right?
yeah, and yeah, it's this high energy song, and then you get this. Yeah, well, how's it going? Yeah. So,
He loves the Yankees.
He
He
you know
doesn't
what?
like the Mets.
Yeah, and also he thinks he's like part of the Giants.
Yes. Yeah.
All the guy does is criticize the Jets. The only time he didn't criticize the Jets is when Parcells was coach, and then all of a sudden he showed the Jets a little respect. But more than that, he despises sports fans. Like it drives him crazy that people do fantasy football and mock drafts and wear uniforms.
Yeah. I don't understand that.
Oh well, hey, listen, I don't have to wear. I don't know why you'd wear another guy's name on your back. Yeah, you know what? I hate to break it to you, Mike. Your show, listening to his show, is the same as doing fantasy football or wearing a jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is why you have money. Because of these people. What would he be doing?
He's one of them.
Yeah.
He's the.
Please. He's unbelievable. He's persona non grata in Meyerville.
Joe from Queens and on the air here. Joe.
Joe from Queens.
And then we have, what's some of those guys? There was one wild guy. He called
Bruce.
like he's some rabid Yankee fan. He
Oh,
just would, Steinbrenner stinks.
Yeah.
Get rid of Steinbrenner.
Well, that's all that's good about the show is the callers.
Yeah.
And then he starts talking, and it's like, man. The interesting thing is I listen every day. So,
So he has something. You know, he's been well. Look,
He's
the
been
guy's
around a
been
long
25
time.
years. He
I
has
get it.
doing something right, and he's very knowledgeable. But I've noticed that he treats the athlete interview a lot different than he does his call-ins. So
those
it's a
are his
big
bread
difference.
and
Yeah.
butter.
He loves
Don't
the
bite the hand.
athletes.
Don't bite
Yeah,
the hand
yeah.
that feeds you. That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying.
We like the schmoozer, though. We love the
yeah.
schmoozer.
I called in the other night.
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah,
He's
we
the
love
best.
schmoozer.
All right, John. I'm getting textbook messages that people are
Right.
tuned in and listening.
Right. Good.
So very good. And yeah, so Francesa stinks. You know what stinks even more?
Who?
That Axe body spray.
Oh, I never tried it.
But you must smell it out in the hallway.
Oh, yeah, I smell a lot of things out in the hallway.
God. Like what?
Oh, rotten eggs
WHIT
sometime.
Radio, WHITradio.org. All right. I don't want John. I don't know what you were going to say there, John.
I don't know either. So.
We got to keep an eye on you.
Right,
John, you're like the wild card, right?
right.
Because like we never know what you're going to say.
I never know what I'm going to say.
We're walking a tightrope.
Yes, it's unpredictable. That's what Meyerville's all about.
Are the phones working today, John, or no?
They
honestly?
should be. Yeah, they're up.
I'm going to test it right now.
We need a call.
Okay,
Hold
let's
on.
do a test.
This is a test.
This is only a test. Nobody get alarmed out there. A lot of good feedback after last week's show.
Good. We want positive feedback. Tell everybody, your friends, your relatives, your
There's
enemies.
a lot of people
you
listening
know.
to this show now. Yeah, especially my enemies. Call in.
Call in. Let us know.
I'm not worried.
Mike Francesa.
we got a call.
And
Okay,
maybe
that
it's
was me.
Mike
That was me.
Francesa. I
Okay,
don't know.
that was it. Oh, I wish you would call in.
We're running the test.
So we got some news this week, John, that affirms something I know already.
Right.
That we're great. That we're awesome. We know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
High Tech High School. John, how many high schools in New Jersey?
Oh, I think there's something like 890 or something like that.
800 some odd high schools
Yeah,
in New
93.
Jersey.
Yeah.
Okay. We're number 36
Out of 890.
out of 800 some odd.
Wow.
Wow,
That's good.
Number 36. You know what that means?
Top 5% or something?
We're awesome.
Yeah. But we still have to be evaluated. It doesn't matter how awesome you are.
Well,
We got
I don't want to get into that too much, but I will say
Yeah.
this. We've been evaluated by day one.
Right.
And my evaluation is when a student calls me 8 years after graduation because they need help working on a project, and they know they can call me and count on Mr. Meyer.
Right.
How are you going to put that into the evaluation?
You can't. You don't.
Teachers are like farmers. Okay?
They don't always see that crop.
Right.
grow.
If you walk onto a farmer's field and you pull up a corn seed, I don't know if it's seeds, but you don't, or if you pull up a strawberry seed, John, right?
Right.
Let's say today we're going to go to the farm, we're going to evaluate the farmer on his strawberries. If I just pull the strawberry seed out of the ground and eat it, it's going to be the worst tasting strawberry I ever ever tasted.
Right. How do you evaluate a student 10 years down the road?
Well,
And they come back and they say, hey, you know,
that's the conundrum.
I'm successful.
And we
Thanks
have a
to
lot
you."
of them. And
Yep.
I'll tell you, I can speak from experience because and I've mentioned them before, and I'll mention them again. I had a great video production teacher in high school. Imagine growing up in West New York, John, like I did, in the projects, not a lot of money. And what people don't realize, I think, about poverty is it's not only the money,
It's a mindset.
it's a mindset.
Right.
And it's a matter of having very low expectations.
Right.
And it's a matter of thinking that doing a job that you love going to is not a possibility for you. And then I meet a guy, Doug Nerelick, who walks in the study hall and says, "Who wants to make TV?" Can you think about how that changed my life? I was still a terrible high school student.
But
But-
when you heard that,
It drove my interest. Now I'm going to sound like Mr. Gargiulo.
Light bulb went off.
It drove my interest. I love doing it. Here's the funny thing. I graduated high school. The one thing I was good at, because, again, the mindset, it takes time. This is what people don't get. Even though I met this guy who turned out to have a major impact on my life, at the end of high school, I said, all right, it was fun doing video production. All right, let me figure out what I'm really going to do for a living now. Even though he was like, you can do this. Yeah, okay. That's what I was thinking.
Can't believe it.
Yeah, that's for other people.
Yeah.
That's for other people. And now let me figure out what I'm really going to do. I drove a truck for a while, delivered pizza for a long time, so on and so forth. And then Holly finally was like, either you're going back to college or I'm out. Oh, yeah.
Serious
There's
ultimatum.
Holly. Hey, John, by the way, I want to thank you, John. I love, and I know you were behind this, I love this screen in here. Now I feel like I'm really doing radio. I love being able to just look up at the screen.
That's Mr. DePiero.
Really?
Yes.
You know what I like about it? I look into the show now, and it looks like all the other, like Francesa does it, Boomer and Carton, they're always looking up at the screen. It makes it feel like real radio.
Well, I'll tell you something.
Hold on. Let me tell it for you. I think what John's going to say is what we want to do here is we want to emulate the real thing.
We are the real thing.
We are. We're not emulating.
We're
we
not-
are.
we're the
That's
real
why we have a
thing.
monitor I could look up at the whole time. I loved it. Look at this. Now look at me in the monitor, John. This is what they look like when they're doing radio.
Real radio. It is real radio.
It is real radio.
You and Mr. DePiero have to realize this is real radio.
Are we on the radio?
Yes.
Not on the radio.
Internet radio.
Okay.
It's the same
hey,
thing.
you
That's where
don't
it's
get
happening
defensive.
today.
That's what I told you.
Right. It's
I'm
happening.
glad we're on the same page.
Yes.
Look at that monitor. That's beautiful.
We're real radio.
I love having this thing in here. It changed the whole dynamic because before he would have stuff up, and I wouldn't be able to.
See yourself.
Yeah.
Maybe you could just glance up there because it don't look like it. Looks like you're uncomfortable. Maybe.
No, I'm very comfortable.
See,
And I tune into Boomer and Carton, and they're always looking up at the monitor, and I say, "Wow, I'm just like the big boys."
The problem with my students is they look at the TV and they stop doing radio. They just start admiring themselves.
Is that right?
Yeah, we have.
Chris?
But we got to work on that.
Yeah.
It's,
Let's see. Why don't you do a training video
Yeah.
of how to do it correctly?
do it correctly. Keep on talking, but look as you're talking. And that that makes the big difference here. You know, we're real radio here at WHIT, Radio.org, WHIT. And call in 201-854-8224.
Hold on, I'm just reading a Yahoo News story.
All right, go ahead.
I'm not going to read it out loud. Hold on one second. Oh, wow, test patterns. John, you know what I like? Dead air.
Oh, that makes it.
A lot of people avoid that. John, I'm going to give you some radio trivia.
Okay.
Okay? What was the most, not only important, but famous use of dead air in radio history? You're on the clock. Purposefully used?
JFK?
No.
Yes, no. Don't know.
The great director and director of film and stage, but he was also on the radio, one Mr. Orson Welles.
Oh, okay.
When he did War of the Worlds.
War of the Worlds. Yes.
What's the big no-no on radio, John? Dead air,
Dead
right?
air.
Okay. 27 seconds. Dead air.
You know, 2 dead people, too.
Well,
2 people jumped off buildings.
Really?
They thought it was real because they did not. Back then, radio was new.
mm-hmm.
They just put a disclaimer in the beginning of the show.
That's right.
People tuning in, like in the middle of the show, thought it was a real thing.
You think they would have tuned into another station to confirm it before they
Well,
went crazy, right?
Right. They thought it was the real thing.
That made
it
Orson
sounded-
Welles.
that
That
made
made
him,
him.
yeah.
I love Orson Welles.
Well, yes. Genius.
Hugely talented.
Yes. Citizen Kane.
Yeah. Great movie.
Great movie.
I
Thin Man.
I was growing up. I liked movies, so as a teenager, I would try to keep watching Citizen Kane. Didn't get it. I took a class, Citizen Kane, a whole semester in college.
On just Citizen Kane.
What a movie.
What a movie, yeah.
Holy mackerel.
Wow.
The big thing, and I'm sure you run into it with your students, I do, is the ability to contextualize what you're watching.
Right.
The kids are so used to all the stuff he did. We see it all the time now.
But it was
But
new.
if you can, he was inventing it. Like some of those
Novel.
really low-angle shots, he was burying the camera down on the floor. Incredible.
Yeah, and 1 and 2, it's either number 1 or number 2.
Oh, there was a Citizen Kane 2?
No, I mean, Godfather and Citizen Kane are flip-flopping wherever you go. You
know
look
what?
at the best movies.
I'm glad you brought up Godfather, John.
Right.
I was watching Godfather 2 the other day. I'm
Big
sure
controversy.
I'm sure you've seen that movie
Yeah.
300-400 times like
right.
me. What's going on in that? I realize I have no idea. I love the movie. I think it's still great. I have no idea what's going on in the movie.
Godfather 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Who killed?
Who
Did
put
Michael
the hit on
want?
Michael?
Who put the hit on Michael?
Right.
All right. Who put the hit on Frank Pantangeli?
Right.
Okay.
And, yeah.
Who? I feel like an owl, but
And
I have a lot of questions.
Who came in when Pantangeli
John.
was in the...
John.
Yeah.
When you asked me to come and do radio, one day, and that day may never come, I may also need a favor from you. And that
yes,
favor's
that's
today.
true. That's-
Can I borrow $3 for lunch? I remember when I first came over from West New York, John, on a boat. And they said to me, how do you get a boat on Kennedy Boulevard? I don't know. La 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 la. Ooh. Oh, there he is.
There he is. The Don
What a
himself.
movie.
Don't look up. Don't.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Hold on. John, how's this? Okay, is that better?
That's better.
You know what I can get? Like a mirror. Oh, there we go. Go ahead, Chris, put something up on the screen. See if I can tell what it is.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, it looks like Don Corleone.
Don Corleone.
A MEYERVILLE logo.
Wow.
A small Don Corleone. MEYERVILLE. Oh, big, small. You know, he stuffed his cheeks with cotton.
Yes, he did.
He wasn't that old when he did that movie.
In his 50s.
Incredible.
Yeah,
What a movie.
well,
I showed, my friend watched it for the first time the other day.
Is that great?
Great.
Yeah. And we got done watching it, and she was like, you know, it's great, but it's very cliched. And I had to say, this created the cliches.
Yes, right.
Hey, but you compare it to Sopranos or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, it's like, oh, well, it seems very cliched. I go, this
It's
was it.
That's what started it.
There was nothing before it.
No.
I love that.
How
I
many-
love Godfather.
How many times do you hear people say, I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse? That's
All right,
that
you know what
comes
we're going to
from-
do, John? Yeah, I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
All right.
You know what was great? Hey, you know, Al Pacino's so good in that, right?
Yep.
Remember when Al Pacino was a good actor?
He still is.
John, come on. Although, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Hold on a minute. I never even thought about this. Chris,
Yo.
if we got to make the John Pacino movie, we got to get Pacino to be Pacino.
Oh, yeah.
If we keep looking up at that monitor, I'm going to take a flame and throw it in this place. This is WHIT Radio.
Al Pacino.
That was the
yeah.
problem. He did Scent of a Woman.
He turned 72 yesterday.
Looks good.
Looks good. 72.
Wow.
Plays a lot of Shakespeare.
Just blew out my voice.
Did you say he looks good?
Looks good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, look at that. So, John,
Great photo.
Pacino, what an actor, right?
You know, there's a town in Sicily called Pacino.
Named after him.
Yep, named it. No.
Wow, that's big to get
That's where
Sicily
all-
name. Listen, Meyerville may be a new town one day.
Yep.
Hey, Chris, is there a Meyerville in America? Because we're going to call the mayor of Meyerville right now on the air.
Okay, let's see.
Let's look it up. So Pacino was a great actor, I thought. right? A lot of good movies, John.
Yeah.
True?
Glengarry, Glen Ross.
All of them. And the great thing about him, like the whole Godfather, too, the guy never raises his voice, right?
Until
A couple
he
of times.
Gets mad at his wife.
He gets mad at his wife. He gets mad at his brother.
Yeah.
Okay? But subtle. There's a subtlety to it.
Yeah.
Then he did that Scent of a Woman.
Yeah.
And he's been stuck in that character ever since, John. Now every movie is him, a Scent of a Woman, playing whoever else he's playing. Hoo-ah!
Hoo-ha.
It's annoying. He got stuck in that character.
In that character, right. Scent of a Woman.
Here's a little scene. Al Pacino as John Placino in the John Placino story. What are you kids doing looking up at that monitor? We're trying to do radio in here. Hoo-ah!
Is he here?
If I was the announcer I was 20 years ago, I'd take a microphone to this place. Hoo-ah! It drives me crazy. He used to be so subtle. Yeah. So subtle. And then he just became that guy. And I sort of like Scent of a Woman. I thought it was a good movie.
What about Scarface?
Yeah, you know what? We talked about this yesterday a little bit.
Yeah.
I liked it as a kid.
Yeah.
And now it seems a little campy.
All right. I like Carlito's way better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I look back at his performance, him trying to be like a Cuban,
Yeah.
not working for me.
No.
I told you to tell him you was a horse. I told you to tell him you had TB, that you were in a sanatorium. You should have told him you were a horse. Stephen Bauer, by the way, remember Stephen Bauer? He plays Manny. Is in a new show, and he's great in it. He's in a new Showtime show coming up called Ray Donovan.
Good.
This show's coming out in the summer, John.
Got to see it.
I've seen about 5 episodes of it already.
Yeah.
Right? It's great. Liev Schreiber,
Okay, I know him. Yeah.
Stephen Bauer.
Stephen Bauer, I'm not sure.
He plays
if I
Manny.
s-
He plays Manny.
Who is Manny? In
That's
Scarface?
his partner in Scarface, yeah.
Okay, all right. He shot him at
yeah,
the end?
that's
Okay,
right.
all
Hopefully hopefully, well, for those of you who haven't seen the movie.
Yeah.
Who else is in Ray Donovan? Elliot Gould.
Right.
And then you know who's in it, John? And he's amazing. John Voight
John Voight.
is great. And Liev Schreiber. Is that the end of our show already?
Coming. I hear the pounding feet of the Jeffersons
John,
and
do
the
me a favor.
Amoruso.
Can you keep them outside today? I'm being dead serious. They walk in here like I'm not even on the air.
All right.
And they sit down and they start having a conversation.
All right. We'll keep them out here.
That's right. Okay. Meyerville doesn't exist, huh, Chris?
Yeah, Meyerville, South Africa came up.
That's
I don't
it.
know if we could-
Now I lost my pick. All right. Well, if the show's
No,
gonna
it's
be
still
over,
being developed, Meyerville. We'll let you know.
there's no
well,
town
so-
in America called Meyerville.
There
That's
will be.
unbelievable to me.
If any developer out there wants to buy into the idea of Meyerville, give us a call.
Yeah, I'll help design it.
We'll help design it, and he'll help design it. And combination of urban
Would you
and
live there,
rural.
John, or
It's a
no?
Myersville
I would.
Myersville?
With an S.
The
Okay.
the best of both worlds
Okay.
in one location.
You
Let's,
wanna call a pizzeria?
No, let's call Town Hall.
Town Hall.
Yeah, where are they located? What state?
New Jersey.
Really?
Myersville, New Jersey.
Okay. I like that. Because I'm going to ask them if they'll put an apostrophe between the R and the S in honor of me next week.
Okay.
All right.
Now I gotta find Town Hall.
Okay. Take your time.
That-
We may have to cancel 2 Johns and a Joe today.
I don't
possible or
think so. No, it's not possible.
Can we put him into Studio B?
We don't have a studio B.
Cafeteria.
Doesn't work.
Really?
No, it hasn't
Why?
worked all year.
Why?
Because
Oh,
the
easy.
computers crashed,
Okay.
and they haven't replaced them
Mm-hmm.
after numerous
Easy.
calls.
Okay. If I don't get these computers fixed,
Hoo-ha!
hooah! I should do the morning announcements like that. Right? Oh, you know who's not? Oh, you know what? Am I being too loud?
Why is
Meyersville, New Jersey.
I'm blowing it over here. I can't.
Myersville Inn. No, let's see. Myersville, New Jersey. Municipal building. Municipal Hall. No, Gillette.
By the way, anybody that knows who put the hit on Michael?
Oh, yeah, that's what
Please
we're trying to
call
get
in.
at. Please call in if you've watched The Godfather 2. Who puts the hit on Michael? And who puts the hit on Pantangeli?
Yes, it's keeping us up at night.
Danny Aiello, who debuts, maybe it's part of another town, Chris.
Yeah.
Because I keep getting Long Hill and I keep getting Gillette. Do you see that or no? Like I look up Meyerville and I get Long Hill. Hold on one second. Here's oh my. Well, that's nice. This is great radio, John, right? Me and
Doesn't
Chris,
get any better.
Me and Chris searching the
Doesn't get any
the internet.
better.
Well, while Chris is doing that, I have a song. John asked me today if I would do him a favor and play him his favorite Beatles song.
Okay.
So I'm going to do it for you, John, because that's the kind of guy I am, right? Nice guy I am. All right. Oh, sorry. Let me fix my guitar. Chris, we ready? We got the sound good?
Yep.
Hooah! Hooah! Oh, Al Pacino singing a Beatles song. Here we go. Picture yourself in a book. No, that's not funny, Chris. I thought that was going to be funny.
Yeah?
I don't think I can sustain
Did you
it.
really give it a chance?
Maybe I'll do Francesa doing a Beatles song. No, I'm going to do Rob Meyer doing it. John requested this for his birthday, so I don't want to fool around.
All right.
I'm going to do it real.
Okay. Well, we want to go out with this, Mr. Meyer,
Okay,
because we
John,
have
subtly-
two Johns and a Joe.
Okay, they like to do a music show. I'm gonna actually do music on the show, not just talk
Let's
about
do Little Help from My Friends. Can we do that one
sure
from
thing.
Sgt. Pepper?
it. No problem.
All right.
Picture yourself in a boat on a river with tangerine trees and marmalade skies. Somebody calls you, you answer quite slowly. A girl with kaleidoscope eyes. Cellophane flowers of yellow and green towering over your head. Look for the girl with the sun in her eyes and she's gone. Lucy in the sky. John, I totally messed up. All right, John, do that again. I like that
Okay.
drum beat. You ready? Here we go. This is like real radio, breaking the fourth wall. We're working through it. All right.
Okay.
Again, don't forget the drums. Wait,
Okay.
wait for it. Look for sun in her eyes and she's gone. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Ah. We got it, Chris?
No.
Okay.
What are we waiting for?
Meyerville Town Hall. I thought we saw it up here.
Yeah.
Independent School District.
No phone.
Follow her down to a bridge by a fountain where rocking horse people eat marshmallow pies. Everyone smiles as you drift past the flowers that grow so incredibly big. Newspaper taxis appear on the shore, waiting to take you away. Climb in the back with your head in the clouds and you're gone. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. All right, everybody, we're going to go out with this. Thanks for listening to Meyerville. Really short show. Hey, John, am I getting shortchanged?
No,
Honestly.
you're not. You actually.
How many minutes
we're
am I getting a
overtime.
week?
You're getting overtime here. We got about 50 minutes on this show. So
And what's my time limit so I know?
40 minutes. But since it's so good, and the two Johns and the Joe are waiting in the wings.
I don't want to make them wait,
yeah.
honestly. All right. Goodbye, everybody. Before I go, though, one more thing.
All right.
I just found this on. Oh, John's trying to. John, manage expectation.
What?
Your job is to manage expectations. All right,
Manage
don't play it yet,
expectations.
Chris. Don't play it yet.
I'm playing it.
Because I just found this on the internet.
Okay.
Meyersville, New Jersey has a theme. Come down to Meyerville. Come down to Meyerville. It's the best. East and the West. North and the South, you're gonna love what comes out of this guy's mouth. Meyerville! 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 No doctors, you'll never get ill. I have windows, but I don't have a sill. Ybor. Meyerville! 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 Meyerville!
Oh, my. What breath control?
Well, thanks for listening to Meyerville, #1 show on Radio.org by far. Stay tuned for two Johns and a Joe. What do we got? What do we got on tap for those guys, Chris?
Genesis and Peter Gabriel.
Really? No. What's really on tap? Did they bring anything this week or no?
Yeah.
Completely unprepared. Are they prepared?
Yeah, they definitely. I got some files that they're loaded into the computer, ready to go.
Mr. Amoruso thinks I'm a hack. Why? I want to know why. I want to know why. I want to know why you don't look at me like a peer. Is that what it is? All right, everybody. Well, thanks for tuning in. Another great Friday. I guess I got to go now. Mr. Amoruso is giving. Oh, wow.
Wait.
Drowning me out?
No.
Oh.
You want to keep going?
Yeah. All right, well, I gotta go. I'm gonna leave now. You know what it is? John Placino likes these guys more than me. And they get a lot of preferential treatment. Use the mic. So how long have you been doing this radio show, Jefferson?
Hey,
You
listen,
walk in
listen.
here.
He likes us better because we have better faces for radio than you do.
Well, that's true. Now, what's today's show about? I'm trying to promote your show. I got Facebook is blowing up here. I'm gonna
For
give you
the
guys
third
listeners.
time, Genesis.
Again?
Again.
I thought you were kidding.
Just for you, we'll talk about Peter Gabriel, too.
Mr. Amoruso, you want to do Genesis? No, he's shaking his head no. Okay, thank you for listening to Meyerville, WHIT Radio, WHIT Radio.org. See you next week.